Hey, welcome back. Day 64, post-surgery update here for you guys. So didn't do a weigh-in on this one. Don't have an update there. However, my daughter had another dance comp yesterday. And dance comp days, especially like this one, are really hard because it's like 12 hours straight, pretty much, of being at the competition and not really leaving. So we packed a cooler, had some stuff, brought water in a water bottle, and had refill stations there for refilling. So that took care of my water, made sure to bring all my vitamins. And then in terms of food, like I've been drinking, when I'm on the go, I have like drinkable yogurt that's high protein. So I had that. And for lunch, I brought, I ended up bringing a protein shake, but I was really tired and like needed coffee. So the only place that they had that was like attached to the building, they had like this little cafe and they only sold plain coffee, and I'm not a big like plain coffee girl. I usually drink iced coffee. So they had like these Starbucks energy coffee things, these canned drinks, and it was 12 grams of protein for the can, which isn't bad considering like it's also coffee. So I ended up having that instead, which I drank really slowly to not like make myself sick because it was a little bit higher in sugar than I would normally have had. But it was convenient. It gave me caffeine and it gave me some protein. So it's not as much protein as I would have liked for a meal, but it was still decent. And then for dinner there, they had like a couple different options. They had some like chicken fingers, fries, that kind of stuff. I decided not to have chicken fingers just because I've been really hit and miss with chicken fingers lately. They probably would have been okay because they were very, like, I'm pretty sure they were homemade. There was lots of chicken in them. But I instead got like this taco salad, and it had like refried beans in there and it had chicken in there. They gave us some Doritos, so I put a little bit of the Doritos in there, but I mostly just ate like the refried beans, the chicken, a little bit of lettuce and cheese, and that was pretty much it. And then a little bit of the sauce that they had, but I mostly stuck to the chicken and the refried beans. Again, always focusing on protein, knowing I'm not gonna be able to eat the whole salad. So it was good. I enjoyed it, and it definitely filled me up. Now, this is where things get really good because we had parked in a parkade I never parked in before. And because the parkade we would normally use was full, and we knew we were going to be there for 12 hours. So street parking on a business day isn't going to work because you can only park for like so many hours before you got to move your car. So I parked in this parkade, and we leave the show, or like the I can't think anymore, guys. We leave the competition like 8:20 at night. Get back to where our car's parked. Can't find the car. Now, we didn't know which floor we parked on. Didn't really pay attention when we left. Just, again, like, I'm not used to using that parkade. We're kind of disheveled. So I paid for the parking when we like got there. Paid for like overnight parking to park till the next day, knowing we'd be there late, and I didn't want to like have issues. But we come out, and where I thought my car was gone. There's no cars there. So we go to the next level, and sure enough, there's lots of cars there. My car's not there either, though. I'm like, Then I see a tow truck towing cars out. Mine's not there, but I see a tow truck. And it makes me think, I bet you my car got towed. And we had made a joke, like, on the first level, I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if my car got towed? And I said this, like, jokingly, thinking, there's no way. Like, why would my car have gotten towed? Well, guys, my car got towed. And this did not go well. I had a very overstimulated 11-year-old who was tired, exhausted, and bawling her eyes out now because we have no car. I had my husband with me who was getting mad at the guys that were working because there was absolutely no signage anywhere on the floor that we parked on, whether at the parking meter or on the pillars or anywhere else, saying anything about this stuff that's being done, and that you had to move your car by 8 p.m. and all this different stuff. So once we finally worked it out, I'm like, screw it. There's nothing I can do tonight. We ended up taking a cab down to where the car got towed, paid to get the car out, but I'm like, this fight is not done. And needless to say, after many phone calls and all this different stuff and hearing different stories from different people, it's still not 100% done yet. But it just so happens that I'm quite well connected to the company that towed my vehicle. So chances are I'm going to get my money back. Not because they're going to admit wrongdoing, just because of the connection that I have. But there is wrongdoing here, because even though I have been proven that there was signage on the entry and exit of the building, But here's the problem with this particular parkade. Most parkades, when you enter, you gotta hit that little button, which makes you stop when you enter. And if there's a sign there, you're probably gonna see it because you actually have to stop. But the parkade that I went into, I'm coming off of a road during busy rush hour traffic. A car is coming behind me. I'm not stopping to read a sign, right? Right. So they're trying to say, well, there was a sign there, so that's your fault. And I'm like, but you don't have to stop there, so what's gonna make you read that sign? That sign should be posted by every parking meter and the floor that you're working on. And they are like, oh, well, an email went out to monthly parkers. I'm like, that's great. I'm not a monthly parker. I don't work downtown. This is like the first time I've ever parked in this parkade. So, lesson learned, guys. Apparently, if you drive into a parkade, you should look at every single little sign just in case, because otherwise it makes you ignorant, apparently. I'm not ignorant, but anyways, just some of the things I've heard over the last few days. I'm like, you guys are ignorant for not having signage in all the places you should have signage. They were trying to tell me there's 48 signs in the building. I'm like, I did a really good thorough walk around on the floor that I was parked on. There was 0 signs on that floor. So if you have 48 signs, I'd like to know what floor it's on. But anyways, guys, that's our food for thought on this one. So I appreciate you guys watching and my little rant, because it was a very interesting night. But we have our car and we should get our money back. So from that perspective, it's not a big deal. It was just extra time messing around, having to wait to get my daughter home, which ended up meaning she missed school the next day too, because she was just way too tired. So it happens. It is what it is. Such is life. We move on. But come back tomorrow for a true update about more than just my car getting towed and some of the new foods that I've had. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.